Shilpa, how did the idea come to you, that I should do something like that? So, where did the idea come from?
A very, very good evening to everyone present. I, when my mom called me in the morning and she asked me if I was ready for today's event, I was actually in a daze because I didn't know how to answer that question. This really has been a dream. I've been thinking about it for the longest time. I'm so happy that it's eventually seen the light of day. And I truly believe that, there are some things in life that you can't plan. And many things are predestined. Actually, everything in life is predestined. And I know for sure that the Great Indian Diet definitely was. So I didn't plan it. I've always constantly been asked how I maintain my body and how I've lost all my pregnancy weight. And that was always a constant question. Every time I'd go to events, I'd meet people at airports. And I just thought that maybe this is one way of, answering all those questions in one shot. But I did think of writing a book a long time back, but it wouldn't have been possible if I didn't have the expertise of Luke Coutinho. And he again came into my life just by chance. And I have Aksha to blame for that. She was just casually mentioning that, she's got this nutritionist on board for her son. And our children are just 6 months apart. So I was like, okay, let me meet him. And I was 32 kilos overweight after my baby. I was doing my own thing and I met Luke. And we just got down to talking, and he started telling me about, what to do for Vian. And I actually used to maintain a log book talking about what what my son's eating and what I've introduced, what are the new things I've done. So he laughed at me and he was like, you don't need me, Shilpa, because you're already doing the stuff that I was going to prescribe for your son. And that's how we got down to talking. And in the process, he saw me shed those 32 kilos after 5 months. And he was like, what are you doing? So at that time, I remember telling him, well, the world's running after quinoa and I'm doing it with rajma chawal. And that is what struck the chord between Luke and me. And we got down to talking we were on this long flight together, and he was showing me some research that he had done. And he's got a great repertoire, and, he's known in the whole circle of health and nutrition. And I looked at him and I was like, I really wish I could do stuff like this, because, this really is my thing. I nag my husband, I nag my family members, I nag my friends, how they can make that slight lifestyle modification. And you come from that milieu. I really wish I had someone, who could help me do this. And he and I got together, and he actually had these, had these notes, and I had some points, and he elucidated on them, and that's how the book happened. So that is actually the answer to your question. So it was not planned, it wasn't contrived. I never thought that it would become what it's become today, but I really hope it's going in the right direction. I really hope I can make a small change in people's lives, making them healthier. And unfortunately, I really wish we're able to shift focus from, weight loss and focus on gaining health. That really is what we wanted to do, and that was the intent with the Great Indian Diet. And it's so easy to do it because it's all homegrown, it's home produce. We don't need to run after imported stuff, making our diet plans expensive. Why don't we believe in what we have? You go to London today, you go to Holland and Barrett, and I feel very proud because there's extra virgin hand-pressed coconut oil, there's clarified butter, ghee, okay, on the stands, and they're so expensive. And here we have it in our country, and we don't want to focus on it. So through this book, I really hope Luke and I are able to throw light on how easy it is and how simplified we've made it. If anybody wants to lose weight, if anybody wants to stay healthy, we have to stop being weight obsessed and be health obsessed.
All right, well said, yeah.
I feel really old because I've seen Varun as a child. And I've worked with David G. And I remember he was still studying and he was quite a plump child. And I think most people think that actors have it easy. And I was talking to Lalima, Varun's mom, and I was asking, I said, what does Varun do? I mean, what's his relationship with food? Is he a foodie? Is he very disciplined? And she told me something which I have to share with you guys. It was really funny. This is how much of a foodie Varun is. They once sat down on a dinner table and asked Varun and Rohit, his brother, was sitting and discussing stuff with their mom. And they asked him, so what do you have a crush on? Who do you have a crush on? So Varun thought about it, and Rohit answered talked about his crush, and Varun said, I've thought about it, it's chicken. So his mom said, no, beta, crush means something that somebody you love, you can't live without, and you want to have thought about it, mom, it's chicken. So that's how much he loves food, and he's somebody who really loves Indian food, and he loves kalakand apparently. There's only one sweet Varun eats, and it's kalakand. And if with kalakand I can get those biscuits, I would be eating kalakand the whole day. So tell me, is it easy for you? What's your mantra? Varun, share it. एक बात मैंने सीखी है कि अगर आप वर्कआउट कर रहे हैं तो कभी अनिल कपूर के साथ वर्कआउट ना करें. Because I don't know where he derives his energy from. I don't know how he functions the way he does. And he is one of the most disciplined actors I have worked with, and such a wonderful human being. And we were just discussing this backstage, that it has a lot to do with mind over body, as we said before. It's about how positive you are. It's about gratitude in life for what you have, for what you've earned. I think he possesses all those qualities, and I really think that reflects on his personality. And I couldn't have thought of a better candidate to write my foreword but Anil Kapoor, because he really lives by the philosophy of great Indian food. He doesn't believe in diets just like all of us, and he will tell you more about it. And I have to tell you this also about him. While I've been talking about stuff, some trivia from Varun's life, let me share this as well. Now, is he kicking me from underneath? I have worked with him. अनिल जी के प्लेट पे जो भी है उनको अच्छा नहीं लगता. मेरे प्लेट पे क्या है या इनके प्लेट पे क्या है उनको ज़्यादा भाता है. So he is perpetually not eating his food, he's eating out of all of our plates. And then he'll suddenly say, अरे नहीं यार मैं बहुत ज़्यादा खा रहा हूँ. मैं 5 दाने इसके प्लेट से खाता हूँ, 5 दाने इसके प्लेट से खाता हूँ. But, and he'll never eat his own food. So I think that's the trick. What is the secret? How are you not aging? I can't even say aging in reverse, because you're not aging.
Curious case.
This is a very curious case. When we were ready to release the Great Indian Diet, I couldn't think of a greater personality to do it justice than Amit ji. And he's had a great influence in my life, not just professionally, but also personally. He just adds that touch of magic. I wait for him to call me every birthday, and he unfailingly remembers. And I really have started to believe that every time he calls me, he kind of gives me some luck. So this day would have been incomplete without his support. And he very kindly said yes. And my heart fills with gratitude. I don't know how to thank you. So thank you so much, Amitji, for being here. I don't know what to ask you. I just think you've been a great source of inspiration for generations and generations. And like Anilji very rightly said, we all look up to you, and we just continue to learn. And through all your trials and tribulations of, your health issues or whatever, you've always, come out stronger and raring to go. How do you do it? Because your life is it's so erratic. The timings are so erratic, and you are still so busy. Your calendar is chock-a-block with appointments, and I know that for a fact because I've been in touch with Rosie. And I don't know how you do it because at my age, I am tired sometimes. But I know you are somebody who really lives by the great Indian diet. You love your Indian food. You love your dal, bindi, chawal, because I've seen you on those shows. So even when he's abroad, he loves Indian food. And he too, like all of us, doesn't believe in diets. So I want to hear it from you. What do you do? What is your mantra? Because we all want to know, and you have to share it with us now. We want to know what the secret is. Like you rightly said, you like home-cooked food, and you don't like ready-made foods and preservative-laden foods, which I think you're already doing. So that's all we're saying through the Great Indian Diet. So you don't need to be taught anything, or you don't need to learn anything. You're beyond all of this, Amitji. But no, I really want to say a big, big thank you to all these great personalities who were just a phone call away from me, but very, very kindly agreed to come and grace the occasion. My friends here who very sweetly supported me, unflinchingly, always, shown me so much love. Penguin and Random House, who've been the best. Millie, I love you. My parents, who have inculcated, as you said, the right eating habits and the right values. My sister, who actually taught me the difference between carbs and proteins, really. I just want to say a big, big thank you to everyone who have come out here, the media, the press, and Manish, thank you so much. I owe you big time.
My pleasure, my pleasure. And
I have to make a mention of my in-laws, and especially my father-in-law, who was my first scapegoat. He lost 16 kilos in 3 weeks because of the Great Indian Diet. I put him on a diet, and there are before and after pictures for proof. And my husband, who has always been the wind beneath my wings, and he fights with me, and he's always telling me, yeah, Shilpa, I'm in shape, and I'm like, yeah, Raj, round is a shape. Yeah, but we need to get into practicing the Great Indian Diet. But he's always encouraged me, and he's been so, so proud and so happy for me. Thank you so much. I love you. Thank you all. Thank you all for all the support. And Luke, I'm indebted.
What are those Indian foods that you are talking about in your book, in short, like succinctly, that you would recommend all us journalists to sort of abide by or take to very closely, and that can help us in many ways?
There are lots. I mean, we've divided it into 5 chapters, talking primarily about what not to eat, what to eat, how much to eat, and why to eat, So when we're talking about spices, most people have this preconceived notion of Indian food being very high on sodium. The curries make you feel a little bloated. But asal baat ye hai ki, that's just a misconception. Because our spices are used in our curries for a certain reason. If you're using asafoetida in our dal, it's because it helps you with anti-bloating. It also works as an antacid. There's jeera that does the same trick. There's turmeric that has been wanted to that people wanted to patent in the West till India took its stand, because the West has discovered turmeric in a way that even we don't value it. So it's actually, they've realized that it can actually cure cancer, curcumin in turmeric. So we've talked about those things. We've talked about simple things like, you don't have to run after quinoa, and you can eat rajma chawal, which actually has the 9 amino acids equivalent to an egg. We're talking about not steering towards, pre-made meals and stuff which are laden with preservatives, aerated drinks. In a country like India, you don't need to do stuff like that, because the beauty of Indian food is that everything is cooked from scratch and it's fresh, So we need to value that. And it's not difficult to lose weight. I know at the end of the day, everybody wants to lose weight. And that was never the idea of writing the book. That will just be incidental, that's just going to happen invariably if you have a healthy lifestyle modification plan, which is what we've tried to help you with through the book. So read it.
हाय शिल्पा, कंग्रेचुलेशंस टू यू।
Thank you.
मुझे पूछना था कि इसको कितना वक्त लगा, मतलब when did you think about it and how long did it take? Because you are into so many things in fact, like real estate में है, gold में हो आप, yoga की dividend, lots of other things also like So when did you think and how much time did it take? And the thing is, we're talking about the great Indian diet. तो हमारी जो नज़र वो नींबू मिर्ची पर गिरती है, तो what exactly you're trying to say through this?
You know, मुझे हम लोगों को काफ़ी समय लगा एक्चुअली। मेरा ये मानना था कि मैं ज़रूर कुछ करूँगी इस दिशा में, समथिंग टू डू विथ हेल्थ एंड फिटनेस, लेकिन मुझे समझ में नहीं आ रहा था कि मैं कैसे करूँ। लोग मुझसे बहुत पूछते तो रहते थे कि कैसे करती हैं आप अपने आप को कैसे मेंटेन रखती हैं, एंड आई टेक दैट एज अ ह्यूज कॉम्प्लीमेंट। लेकिन मैं बार बार लोगों का लोगों के सवालों का जवाब देते देते मैं भी थक गई थी। और फिर मेरी मुलाकात हुई लूक से। इट हैपेंड बिकॉज ऑफ माई सन। और अब वियान कितना 3.5 years का होने आया है। वी स्टार्टेड राइटिंग द बुक नियरली a little less than 3 years ago, and it's taken us actually 2.5 years to finish this book. और सिर्फ लूक की वजह से ये हो पाया क्योंकि बहुत सारा रिसर्च किया था उन्होंने, और उनका जो रेपर्टुआर है वो बहुत वास्ट है। और यूएसपी ये है कि वो कैंसर पेशेंट्स को रिहेबिलिटेट करते हैं मेयो में इंडियन खाने के साथ। तो ये चीज़ मुझे बहुत भाया, और मैं चाहती थी कि जो हम वैल्यू नहीं करते हैं हमारी कंट्री में, थोड़ा सा उस पर भी हम लाइट थ्रो करें। और एंड आई थिंक इट्स हाई टाइम वी रियली वी फोकस ऑन हेल्थ more than weight, which I said before. So I really hope Luke and I have been able to simplify it through this book.
शिल्पा मैम,
नींबू मिर्ची हम हमेशा लगाते हैं नज़र के लिए, हम अपने खाने में भी डालते हैं, गार्निशिंग में भी डालते हैं, तो it's very synonymous with India. And since it was, since it's the great Indian diet, I had to have it. So it was just very synonymous with Indian food and India.
Hi, Shilpa.
Shilpa ma'am, slightly towards your right here. First of all, congratulations for the book launch. This is Simran Singh from Bollywood Nazar. My question to you is, this book has a tagline, Bursting the Big Fat Myth. While during your career, did you come across any myth relating to diet or Indian food? And if yes, then how did you overcome from your personal experiences? Can you please share?
I've come across a lot of diets. Maybe I'm very inclined towards, like Anil said, we are constantly wanting to learn. And I think like any other lay person would go onto the net to search information or, get information. But then I realized with time and with experience, there's a lot of stuff on the net that cannot be used. Because with experience, you realize that sometimes those things are not suitable for your body, or your gene, your gene type, or where you come from. What works for a Chinese person may not work for you, And Luke will also tell you more about that. But as far as I'm concerned, see, we have done things. Jab Gana hota hai, 3 days before a song, you have to wear a ghagra choli and your waist has to look in shape. So whatever you've done before that, you want to forget. So you start having stuff that is going to be anti-bloating. Asparagus ka soup pee liya, because it works as a diuretic. And I've done stuff like that, and those things have worked. So with time and with experience, you realize with doing stuff, what works for you, what doesn't work for you, and what can commonly work, for other people. Like something like a ginger lemon honey with jaggery, if not honey. Some people are allergic to honey. Works brilliantly for a cold. And if you put a bit of black pepper with warm water, it's just something that will work. And it's all Indian. So, yeah, and then even Nimbu Pani, as a coolant. So those are all very simple things. Ghee को कैसे बनाया जाता है, ये मैंने बोला है बुक में, लिखा है मैंने बुक में। ये सदियों से चलता आ रहा है मेरे फैमिली में, तो और इतना सिंपल है So I've tried to use those things in my life and I've put it in my book and I've used it all throughout my career and my life.
Shilpa, we've seen a lot of actors recently turning authors. For you, what was the most challenging part of penning this book?
See, you know, for me, I have to be honest, it was a learning curve. Now, who's going to believe me, or I'm not even an authority to be talking about, you know, BMR and HDL and, you know, stuff like that. I couldn't break down stuff. I learned things like, you know, ghee has butyric acid. You know, it stimulates a fluid in your intestine that actually increases your metabolism and helps you digest food. So this book was a complete learning curve, and I actually became half a nutritionist with Luke because we would discuss things in details. And there were a lot of thoughts in my mind, which I put down on paper, and Luke would actually do interviews with me. Okay, what is it that you want to talk about? What is it that you think we can, you know, do in terms of a change? And we actually ended up coming to just one thing. It was a lifestyle modification. It was a discipline. Like my discipline, and you know the word discipline may sound very harsh, but it isn't. When you say discipline, you can even call it a mantra. Like my mantra is I don't eat after 8:30. That's my discipline. So it's not difficult to do. You have to just put your, you know, mind to it. And it's as simple as that. So yes, putting those points down on paper and how it comes across, and then you have somebody of Luke's stature authenticating it with his knowledge, with his vast expertise and experience. That was, you know, that amalgam, to bring about that amalgam was very difficult. But you know, he and I are actually two sides of the same coin. And there are no egos. I don't want any credit here. Luke and I have done this book together because we wanted people to become healthier. And not everybody can afford a nutritionist. I don't think even I also can afford Luke. But, we wanted people to understand how simple it was in life to become healthy. Forget weight loss. So we put our minds together, and this book and all that I have said has come from my heart. So this book truly is for those people, for those mothers who have just given birth, whose responsibility it is to look after their family's health. You know, the health of a child, of another human being. It's so important. Unfortunately, for most people, we look at health, or we look at bettering our health when it becomes bad. And one of the biggest reasons I decided to, you know, write this book was for a lot of cases of cancer that I saw happening around me. I just discovered recently that I lost an uncle, my father's side. He passed away with cancer. I realized another uncle was diagnosed with cancer, and another one of my aunties had it. Then there were very close people around me who's, you know, somebody from their family suffered with it. Cancer isn't something that is just happening because there's some genetic issue. There is obviously an issue with what we are doing in our lives, our lifestyle. And I think it's time that we kind of put into practice the line, precaution is better than cure, which is why we have written this book. If the West is actually using our way of doing it, it's high time we practiced it. So that's where this book has come from. Don't wait for a deadly disease to, you know, strike you or a family member. Bring about that change now. And it's so simple to do. So enough of preaching. Let Luke also speak because he's fabulous when he speaks. Please listen to him.
My question is for you. Who, according to you, should be that Bollywood actor following the Great Indian Diet and, you know, getting fitter?
Oh, अभी इस press conference को आप controversial बनाना चाहती हैं? No, yaar. See, each to their own. Whoever wants to embrace good health is more than welcome to. See, the choices are always yours. How you want to live it. So I can't tell someone that they have to live by this diet or they shouldn't eat what they're eating. I'm pretty flexible. You do what you want to do. I'm doing my bit. So the choice is yours.
Hi Shilpa, hi Luke, this is Ekta from Lifestyle Blog. First of all, it's quite a mammoth Herculean task to co-author a book, so kudos to both of you and congratulations for pulling it together. So my question to both of you is that no wonder the book is going to be great. I mean, the kind of stuff you're talking about does talks a lot of substance about the book that would be holding. I just want to ask both of you, what are the challenges that you faced while writing this book? Challenges in terms of maybe coordination, but in terms of bringing this information, because this is going to be a global book, I guess. So what are those challenges according to both of you?
I'm going to let Luke answer that.
Hi. Firstly, congratulations on the book. Tell us, before being a writer, you are a movie star. How big a fan of James Bond are you?
I can see that digression is inevitable. And I can also foresee what the next question is going to be. So very quickly and making a sharp exit, I'm going to steer it towards the book again.
I just want to know, because it's quite an, it's a big issue that's happening in the movie
Does James
business.
Bond eat Indian food?
No, but do you deal
Does
with
he eat
this?
Indian food?
But you know,
does he eat Indian food?
But you know, Shilpa, we don't meet you very often, and that was going to be my question over here to your
I'll
right
be
as
meeting
well.
you on the 25th. There's another press conference.
But no, for right now, we just, just paraphrasing what she was trying to say is, you're talking about the great Indian diet over here. India has its own ups and downs, and we're dealing with so many pressures. And as a movie star, someone who belongs wholeheartedly to the film industry, there's quite a bit of, up and down happening there as well, censorship issues and other things. As an actor and a very integral part of it, any thought, nothing controversial, but just...
I honestly don't know where this is going, but what is the question?
No,
I don't know what's happening,
Shilpa,
honestly.
James Bond's movie is releasing tomorrow, and the kissing scene in the film has been reduced to almost 50%.
What a
because
pity, my
censor
husband's
board-
not going to like that. No, but what do you want me to say? So,
about censor board, deleting scenes.
I didn't know that the censor board, Indian censor board has
Yes.
the right over deleting and adding
Yes,
scenes. I didn't
for
know that.
India release.
See, I'm so dumb, I don't know. I'm saying. I have no idea. I've been so engrossed and so crazily involved in this book and the release, you have no idea. I had Ritik who missed a flight in the morning.
But Shilpa,
Do you
as
think
an
I had
audience,
time to think about us kissing scene that was deleted?
but as an audience, would you like it as somebody who follows cinema?
See, when I go to watch a movie, I'm not only going to see the kissing scene, am I? I just want to see the film in totality. But I'm sure there would be a lot of men out there who would be very upset. So, yeah. Yeah, what could I say? Yeah, lovely. Thank you very much, sir. हाँ जी See, there's nothing wrong. अगर आप फ्रेश फूड खा रहे हैं, अगर आप घर का बना हुआ खा रहे हैं और अगर आप बच्चे हैं तो आप कुछ भी खा सकते हैं, कुछ भी बर्न आउट कर सकते हैं. लेकिन as you grow older, like there is, I don't know if it's a belief or if it really is true, but they say that there is there's a body shift that happens, a shift that happens in your body every 12 years, which slows down your metabolism. So, जहाँ तक बच्चों को पराठे खिलाने की बात है, या आपको अगर आपकी मम्मी ने पराठे खिलाए 2 से ज़्यादा तो प्लीज़ उनको बोलिए नहीं, क्योंकि अब आप बच्चे नहीं हैं. हाँ नहीं, लेकिन ये जो कॉन्सेप्ट है कि अरे बच्चा बहुत पतला है और उसे मोटा कर देना चाहिए, ये बहुत ही अजीब ख्याल है, क्योंकि ज़रूरी नहीं है कि अगर आपका बच्चा थोड़ा सा पतला है इसका मतलब वो हेल्दी नहीं है. मेरा बच्चा बहुत वो मोटा भी नहीं है, पतला भी नहीं है, वो हेल्दी है. And I've never I've never paid too much attention to the fact that my son is gol matol, which most Indian mothers think is like a prerequisite for a baby to look healthy. तो इनफैक्ट आज के पीडियाट्रिशियंस कहते हैं कि आप अपने बच्चे को डाइट पे डाल दीजिए अगर आपका बच्चा एक पर्टिकुलर वेट से ज़्यादा हो, तो दे आर वेरी कॉन्शियस. And even today's gynecologists, they train you while you are pregnant to make sure that you take care of your health and your nutrition, and your baby shouldn't be, overweight. You shouldn't be overweight because it is only going to affect you in the process of, delivery. So there has been a lot of changes पहले और अब. तो जहाँ तक इस बुक की बात है और इंडियन डाइट की बात है, I completely practice what I preach. एंड मैं खाती हूँ, मैं घी खाती हूँ, रोज़ खाती हूँ और बहुत सालों से खाती आई हूँ. और आई रियली थिंक इट हेल्प्स माई बोन्स, इट हेल्प्स मेमोरी, इट हेल्प्स माई हेयर. तो आई प्रिस्क्राइब इट टू वन एंड ऑल. घी खाना कोई बुरी बात नहीं है. आप जो भी करें अपनी ज़िंदगी में वो आप मॉडरेशन के साथ करें. तो मॉडरेशन इज़ रियली द की वर्ड ओवर हियर. और हाँ, आप ज़िंदगी में जो भी खाना चाहें बस वो खाएं. There's nothing wrong with it. That's what we have said in the book.
Hi Shilpa. Shilpa, earlier you were speaking about being health conscious and not weight conscious. So do you think we as a society, and even in the West maybe, we give a lot of importance to being thin, and fat people are considered to be unfit? So do you think that's a misconception, and would you like to
No, it's not a misconception. It is a fact. We have tried to change that through this book. I hope we can change it. There's nothing wrong in wanting to lose weight or wanting to be in shape. I just think that I have never paid attention to, having a good figure. Maybe you can say that I had it, so I didn't value it. But yes, the day I lost it, when I put on that extra weight, I realized what people who were slightly overweight were thinking, or what was going through their minds, or people who were conscious or insecure. Women, when they have a baby, they have a lot of insecurities that creep in. Beauty obviously means a lot to every woman. Everybody wants to be well turned out. But most of them don't know how to shed that, that weight, baby weight or even otherwise. So I went through all those fears and those feelings, and I realized that if I could go through it, and if somebody needed help, I was more than happy to do it via this book. So Luke and I have only played catalyst in making it simplified and easy for people to, carry forward their lives in a healthier fashion, and weight loss will happen eventually.
शिल्पा, आखिरी सवाल, क्या बॉलीवुड में वापसी का कोई प्लान है, और अगर आप आना चाहेंगी तो वो कौन से?
मैं गई कहाँ थी वहाँ, मतलब फिल्में नहीं कर रही हूँ, लेकिन आई हैव ऑलवेज डन टीवी में ब्रांड्स कर रही हूँ आपके साथ. आपके सामने तो मैं हर 3-4 महीने में आती रहती हूँ.
नहीं, फिल्म्स की बात कर रहा हूँ. और अगर करने का कोई प्लान है तो वो कौन से हीरोज होंगे जिनके साथ आप काम करना चाहेंगी इस वक्त?
वापसी का तो पता नहीं, but I'll be back on TV with a single that I've just done for Bhushan Kumar, which will be releasing in like 3 days. That's it. अभी फिल्मों का तो मेरे पास कुछ 5 स्क्रिप्टें आई हैं, जिसमें से मैंने 3 पढ़ी, मुझे बहुत ख़राब लगी और मुझे अच्छा नहीं लगा. तो बाकी 2 से आशाएं हैं कि मुझे अच्छी लगे. तो yeah, it has to be worthwhile also when I leave the house and when I'm going out to work, leaving my baby. So I really want to make a movie very soon. Let's hope there's somebody out there who gives me a role or gets me a role that's enticing enough.
Shilpa, 2 quick questions.
2
quick questions here in front of you. Which is your favorite chapter in this book? Second, which is your favorite Indian food?
My favorite chapter, it's actually a page, not just a chapter. Page 126, where we've talked about how not to introduce aerated drinks to children and why not to do it. I think it's a really terrible thing. I've seen a mother offer a child an apple and say, अच्छा तुम ये apple खाओ, इसके बाद ये कोला मिलेगा आपको. So what is the use? So that is really my favorite chapter. Yes. And my favorite Indian food, I love my Mangalorean fish curry rice, and I love kori roti. But now I've turned slight fishitarian. I've given up chicken, so yeah, it's very hard. Thank you. Thank you so much. आप सबका बहुत बहुत धन्यवाद. ये मैं अकेले नहीं कर सकती. You have to help me in this journey of making people fitter. Thank you.